My name is Mr. Hainish, and I'm one of the 8th grade Earth Science teachers here at DC Everest Junior High School. I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the Earth Science Canvas page. Um, when you open up your Earth Science page on Canvas, generally speaking, this is going to be the first page that you encounter. We call this the home page. So at the top, you'll see any announcements that have been made. I have it set up to show just the three most recent ones. Um, some of the other teachers may have it to show just the single most recent one or maybe more recent announcements. Another thing that we have available for students is the week at a glance. It's just a link to a Google Doc. I'll show it to you here real quick. And it shows you what you should be doing both on your in-school days as well as your at-home days. Because every day, whether you're here at school or not, if it's a day of the week, Monday through Friday, there should be something that you're working on or doing or finishing up. Maybe something we started in class that we asked you to finish the remainder up on your own and then submit that on Canvas. So week at a glance can be very handy. We also have all the other previous weeks at a glance below here. So if there's multiple days that you missed, you can kind of get an idea of what we did on those days, whether it was in class or at home. Another feature that a lot of students find helpful on Canvas is anything that you need to do something with and submit or turn back in should show up here on your to-do list. You can see right now there's quite a bit over there just because this is a sample student. So anything that shows up here, basically you just click on the link and it will take you directly to that assignment, and you can see there's no submission here, but if you had submitted it, then it would come off of your to-do list. So if things are showing up here, those are usually going to be the assignments that you have yet to submit or complete. Over here, kind of on the left bar, we really did our best to keep it as specific as possible. So your home page is here. That's where you are by default. We have a direct link to announcements, even though they show up here. If you just want to see which announcements have been made, or maybe an announcement from a while back, you can click on that. Modules, grades, and syllabus. Syllabus is kind of one of those documents that you might refer to once or twice for the school year. It kind of tells you how things work in class, how grading is set up and things of that nature, but probably not a high use item. Grades, you should be checking those fairly often just so you know where you are and where you stand. And it's also a good way to identify any assignments that you may have missed. Along with the to-do list, in grades, if something's missing, it'll be pretty obvious because it usually will highlight it in red or some other bright color, and there won't be any submission for that. Another thing that we recommend students click on often is modules. So when you click on that, it will show you all of the currently open modules, and anything that you have to do or you can look at will show up here. Here we have our geochemistry module. That's one that we recently finished up. That'll be disappearing pretty soon. And then our current minerals module is the one that we're in. So you can see, we have some reading in our online textbook that we have the students do. We have some vocabulary, different things you can click on. I'll click on this vocabulary assignment here. It just kind of lays out in these short instructions what you do. You're going to handwrite and define these different words. And then when you're done, you're going to take a picture of that, and then you click on the submit button, and you are going to upload that picture straight to Canvas. And that's how we turn pretty much everything in. There's virtually nothing that I will collect on paper or in person. You're going to submit it on Canvas. And it works really slick because you don't have to worry about did I turn it in? Didn't I turn it in? As long as you have an internet connection, you should be able to turn any assignment in, whether you're at home or at school. So that's modules. And the last big thing that I want to point out for your Earth Science Canvas page are all these class resource links down here towards the bottom. One of the links that can be useful that students use quite often is a direct link to my email. If you click on that, usually it'll open up in your mail application, and then you can email me directly. There's also ways that you can do it through Canvas. I'm not exactly sure where those are right now. But if you click on that, email me, and any questions you have or anything I need to be aware of, just shoot me a quick email, and I check that pretty much around the clock, weekends, nights. Sometimes I'll get back to you very quickly. Other times it'll be a little bit depending on the time of day. But email is for any of your Earth Science teachers, and probably most of your junior high teachers, is going to be your most efficient way of communication. So here we have direct links to things like our Earth Science textbook, our Earth Science standards and rubrics. That contains all of the rubrics for every major unit that we cover for the whole school year. So if there's anything at any time you're curious about, what do we need to know, or what do we need to be able to do for this unit or a different unit, either in the near future or distant future, you can click on that and see all of those right away. We do have some of the Earth Science vocabulary uploaded on Quizlet. So if you're a Quizlet type person, you like those digital flashcards and doing the little quizzes and games that help you remember what words mean in Earth Science class. A lot of those are pre-made for you. Also have a direct link to our Earth Science daily plans that kind of gives you an idea of what we plan on doing each day in class, and can include some helpful information. So if you want to see what exactly we did, this is just our daily plans document. You can kind of see different things that we're planning on doing, or if you missed a day, again, this is another thing, another resource that you can use to find out what we did, and watch some of the same warm-up videos. Some of these have warm-up videos associated with them here, or look at some of the different pictures or different things that we did in class. The daily plans, will give you a little more specific kind of idea of what happened in class. This link right here for me is my room link to my WebEx room. So if you would like to meet, and you think meeting in a kind of a video chat type scenario would be better than just emailing me something, if you need something explained or shown to you, then a WebEx can be a great way to do that. Just email me ahead of time so that I know kind of what time, and I can let you know pretty quickly, if that time would work for me or if I have class. And then you just click on that room link, and at whatever agreed upon time that we discussed, you will get into my WebEx room, and then we can talk about whatever it is you had some questions on. So that is kind of the probably most important things to know about the Earth Science Canvas page. Like I said, for the most part, all your 8th grader science teachers, whether it's Mr. Minahan or Mrs. Peterson, they're all going to have pretty much the same, if not similar, setup on their Canvas home pages. And if there's anything I didn't cover or anything you have questions on, just feel free to ask. You can email me, or if Mrs. Peterson or Mr. Minahan is your teacher, you can email them, or just your first couple days in class, just ask some questions. We'll be happy to help. All right, welcome to the junior high.